Hey sports fans, I'm on my way to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami to see the Miami Dolphins play. I'm excited to see a stadium that I actually haven't been to in probably 15 years. So excited to see what's changed, and I know a lot has changed, so let's go. Of course, I'm in my car here, and so I'm not driving directly to the stadium though. I've got a side trip to take. Parking is a tough thing at the stadium for Dolphins games, so I'm going to a side trip, which I'll show you in just a second.
If you're new to this channel, my name is Ed, and I chronicle all my sports travels on my website Itinerant Fan. It has guides to all the stadiums in the major American sports leagues, plus some college stadiums and even major venues around the world. Check it out sometime if you're into traveling for sports. If you're heading to South Florida for sports, you'll quickly find that the vast sports scene in this region isn't just confined to Miami proper. And for fans of football's Miami Dolphins and Miami Hurricanes, the place to be is at Hard Rock Stadium. This venue has been open since 1987 and has been the site of numerous huge events over its history, including 6 Super Bowls. But one thing to know if you're a visitor to South Florida is that the stadium isn't close to downtown Miami. It's about 15 miles to the north, in fact. I was staying near downtown and had a car at my disposal, but even then, getting to the game isn't as straightforward as it might seem.
Alright, so I made it to an off-site lot called the Geico HRS lot. It's a few miles from the stadium, and we still have to get a bus to get to the stadium, and we're in a very large parking structure that's normally meant for daily transportation during the weekdays. On the weekends, full of football fans, and I'm on the top floor. That's how, still an hour and a half before the game, and I'm on the top floor. That's how packed this place is. So I got a ways to go.
There are 2 of these satellite lots in operation for Dolphins games and other events, but despite what looked like a dauntingly long line to board, the process could not have been much smoother. I was on a bus within 10 minutes of lining up, and the shuttles were leaving at regular intervals for what turned out to be a 15-minute journey to the stadium. Fans are dropped off on the stadium grounds, from which they have to cross over a pedestrian bridge to reach the northwest gate. Hard Rock Stadium has a distinctive look to it these days, but of course it hasn't always looked like this. Prior to its most recent renovation in the mid-2010s, it didn't have a roof canopy. Here's how it looked when the Marlins of Major League Baseball played here, for example. The roof canopy was really a game changer in terms of fan comfort.
So I've been to the stadium quite a few times, actually. I went to quite a few Florida Marlins baseball games back in the day, back when they played in this stadium. Don't ask me why. And I've also been to a college football game, the Orange Bowl, that was played here. But I haven't been here since they changed the name to Hard Rock Stadium, and I haven't been here since they put in this roof canopy and really renovated the stadium. Of course, those 2 things happened pretty much simultaneously. So pretty exciting to be able to check this out in its new state.
They no longer play baseball here, but over the last 10 years the Hard Rock Stadium grounds have become a sports destination in far more ways than just for football fans.
So this place gets used for a lot more than just football these days. They have a Formula One race here every year. You can see evidence of that all over the place. You can walk through the paddocks that they've built here, and the racetrack itself is used for exiting and entrance. And the shuttle bus I took went along the race track for a little bit on its way in. There's also a tennis complex here where they hold a major tennis tournament here every year. So they've really made this a pretty big sports complex for a lot more than just football. So this site is definitely worth checking out.
On football game days, the facilities for tennis and motorsports get put to good use. You can walk around the complexes for both, and much of it is used for pre-game party spaces. Want to host a private tailgate party in one of the F1 paddocks? Well, that can be arranged. For a few $1,000s, of course. And from the outside, they look like fun. While exploring how these grounds are used for other sports was lots of fun, I was here for football, so it was time for me to go inside. At its essence, Hard Rock Stadium is your classic 3-level concrete stadium with circular ramps, but if you're in the upper levels, escalators can also whisk you up to where you need to be. I of course had a 300-level seat, and I found that the concourse up here felt big enough and had plenty of amenities, including this nice picnic area. I scored a pretty good seat along the sideline, not too high up, and with a good view of the video boards. There are 4 of them, one in each corner of the seating bowl. Your biggest clue that this is the Dolphins Stadium first and foremost is their extensive Ring of Honor, highlighting some of the legends that have played for this franchise over the years. A special spot is reserved for the person many would consider the greatest Dolphin ever, Hall of Fame quarterback Dan Marino. You might have noticed in the lead up to this game plenty of fans around me wearing the gear of the Dolphins' opponent on this day, the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia is ever present in every road stadium their team is playing in, but in the home of a division rival, it seemed even more so. In my section there was a healthy mix of fans of both teams, and while there was plenty of back and forth banter, I never saw any unnecessary escalation, which was nice to see. And they were plenty welcoming of me as a neutral fan. By the way, they say the canopy covers more than 90% of the seating bowl, but there's certainly an area that isn't quite protected from the sun, at least early on in a 1 p.m. local time game. That's this swath of seats close to the field behind the visiting sideline. Not coincidentally, this area seemed to be occupied mostly by visiting fans. Oh, and of course in South Florida there's another thing to watch for, the random sudden rainstorm. We had one of those late in the first half, and while I was certainly happy to be covered, not everyone around the stadium could say the same. The underdog Dolphins got off to a strong start and led the Bills at halftime, at which point I took some time to wander the concourses a bit. I liked how the spaces underneath each of the video boards on the 300 level have been transformed into bar areas. I also ventured down. I couldn't go into the 200 level since that's a premium space, but the 100 level of course offered the most wide selection of food items. I didn't see anything too adventurous as far as stadium food goes. One thing to watch out for is that Hard Rock Stadium does have a value menu with selected items offered at $5 or less. Eventually I settled on a smash burger from a walk-up stand on the 300 level, which thankfully tasted a little better than it looked. The rain did clear up in time for the start of the second half, and while the Bills did make a bit of a push, in the end the Dolphins pulled away for an upset win, delighting the home fans quite a bit as victory became apparent in the fourth quarter. Oh, and I heard a lot of the Dolphins fight song called Miami Dolphins No. 1, which dates all the way back to the 1970s.
Well, fun game, fun atmosphere. It helped I sat in a great section with great fans, had some good conversations, and good-natured ribbing between the two fan bases. This is one of those stadiums where just feels like big events happen here all the time, and even a regular season Dolphins game really fits the bill. So, great experience all around.
There's more big events coming in Hard Rock Stadium's immediate future. It's set to host the College Football Playoff National Championship game in January 2026, and undoubtedly there'll be more Super Bowls and other major events to come. And though I had to wait about an hour for the shuttle back to the parking lot, it wasn't bad considering what a fun day it had been to that point. Have you seen a game at Hard Rock Stadium, or are you planning to in the near future? If so, let me know. Leave a like or a comment below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we'll be making a lot more stadium and travel videos like this one. And if you're looking for more info on other major cities or sports venues, head to itinerantfan.com. Thanks for watching, and happy travels!